welcome. Welcome to Mirror Domains, and this is my full live watch along for the Banshees of Inisherin. Guys, this is up for a lot of Oscars this year. We're watching it about a week and a half before the Oscars actually get, announced as who's going to win, but it's up for Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor, and stuff like that. So I thought we would go through and watch this today because while I saw this in the theaters, I wanted to go back and watch it because I wanted to see the acting again and the directing because it's been nominated for that stuff as well as Best Picture. So this is on Disney Plus right now. It's also on Star if you haven't seen it on Star. So if you haven't watched one of these from me before, here's the tale of the tape. You can't watch the entire movie here on the sides, guys, because of copyright reasons. Seriously. You just can't come to a YouTube channel and watch the entire movie unless they got the rights for it, right? Maybe someday it'll work like that. I hope it does, because I don't mind paying. Like if I had to pay $5 for you guys to watch it here with me, so you guys could get the license and watch it here with me, that would be awesome. Anyway, Colin Farrell, Brendan Gleeson, good cast, good chemistry, and let's just get right into it. I'll hit play and we'll get underway. So, Banshees of Inisherin, here we go. This movie's just under 2 hours, so we'll be out of here just before 3 o'clock, actually. And, hopefully the audio is all good. Just opening up with a song here. It was filmed within a really wide angle, so Colin Farrell, our main character. Beautiful landscape. That's the kind of place that I could live, I think. Martin McDonagh directs. Yeah. Good framing. Yeah, that was on the movie, not here. I was like, coming out to the pub at 2 o'clock. It's a tad bit early. Tad bit early to start drinking, isn't it? So that's Brendan Gleeson, just sitting there smoking, almost like he's ignoring him, huh? Well, we know that this is about friends that are at odds with each other, right? Again, I've seen this before, so I will not try to spoil too much going through this. I'll just give you my thoughts as we progress. Donkey. Mini donkey, right? Yeah. Not if it's 2 p.m. on the weekend, Marglass says, yeah. Smoke in your sleep?
Haven't been rowing?
Rowan. See, no, that's a slang I didn't know.
I don't think we've...
Rowan. I interpreted Have we been rowing? I'm guessing fighting, like just from context. That's how I knew much. Yeah, maybe he just doesn't like you no more. Well, you still have your donkey at least, right? I never heard of fracking before, Bifer says. Yeah, like a lot of it I understood because of context, like the way they were talking, rowing, fight, yeah, or arguing maybe. Calm. So he just took one sip and then left again? Officer Kearney? Feckin'. Yeah. I like this because it's such a simple story to tell. We've had so many complex things told. Just to dial it back to simple friends not liking each other anymore kind of thing. It's like Colin makes art pieces, sculptures.
He says with what? That's the truth. Well, here's a fly on it.
Now that I can see the subtitles, I can understand what they're saying. Yeah. What?
But I have my pint there.
So he's drawing a line in the sand there, saying, yeah, it is set in the 1920s. We're not backward. It was 100 years ago.
I suppose I best go talk to him, so.
Would it be the best thing? Yeah.
Something to you. Maybe I said something when I was drunk and I've forgotten it, but I don't think I said something when I was drunk and I've forgotten it.
Oh, wow. It's pretty much our thumbnail there, huh?
You didn't do anything to me.
You do like me.
Hmm. So no explanation, huh? Oh, there's Barry. I like how we were lingering on Colin there to see his reaction to it, right?
What's the matter with you?
Boats.
Oh,
You do. You always have facts.
comes.
That- That's for cigarettes, right? You're behaving awfully unusual, huh? Hmm. Yeah.
Hadn't in the paper.
Civil War. So that's giving our first clue as to where the time frame is, right? Some clue.
I don't care, Siobhan. This is your house too.
Hmm. So we're getting an idea as to their relation. Are they husband and wife, brother and sister? Movie really hasn't told us, right? Your house too.
Daddy died, Siobhan, or is it 7 years since they died?
It's coming up to 8 years, Mrs. McCormack.
I'd be flying.
Aye, and you're having fun.
I'll be off to the pub now, Porg, if you're going to
She's like shocked. Yeah, you usually are.
Didn't you and he used to be the best of friends?
We're still the best
Yeah.
of friends.
No, you're not.
Who says we're not?
Brother and sister common for adult siblings to share a home then and now. Yeah. So they're outing each other in front of her, in front of the company, saying they don't. Neither of them like to hang around with this old lady. You can hear the gunshots and bombs going off in the background. I like how the movie doesn't really go into that stuff. It just acknowledges that it's there, right? Oh, so Con plays fiddle or violin. Is that? This is set during the Irish Civil War. Okay, good. Thanks, Arglass. Yeah.
April. What do we know? April.
There's women. So Dominic likes women. Well, I'm sure there's not many choices there on that island for him, yeah?
all down in the
Are you, yeah? Are you happy enough? Play something dancey, Colin, to dance to.
It was a nice song. I mean, come on. So maybe it's just the liquor talking, right?
Be friends with you no more.
Hmm. Doesn't know. Okay, so I think I have to block some out here because they're creeping into his place and there's some nude guy just sitting there. His old man.
Daddy, I'll kill us if we wake him and it's been wanking.
So he's completely naked, and I think this is the only nudity that's in the movie. So they're stealing a bottle of something from his father, who looks like it was the policeman that he passed on the road. God, that's a lingering shot.
Watching.
I will get into trouble, but fuck it.
So he said poutine, right? So that's made from potatoes?
And soap.
Soap. Okay, so sister, that's the relationship there, right?
Yeah. Reading.
Irish moonshine, poutine, yeah.
You know. Are you her brother?
Asking if you've seen your sister naked.
You saw my daddy with no clothes?
Till the day I die, I wish I hadn't.
Yeah. Some people can't unsee some things sometimes, right? Like a potato French fry dress.
Whine about that lummox one more time.
So do you think Barry's that's his normal accent? Is he talking normally there, or is he embellishing it a little bit? Like, yeah, in a small village, the sheriff's son is very powerful. I would say so. Letting in the donkey. They are actually pretty smart, I think, right? Like they remember things and stuff. They have loyalties. April 1st. Okay, so he thinks that it was just an April Fool's thing. That's it. That's why they showed us the calendar. I guess I never picked that up.
Just bring me cows past.
What?
Hmm. April. Okay, yeah.
Away from me.
So he thinks that things are fine. Yeah. No, Barry's accent would be thicker, Dublin accent. That accent is more Western, so Barry is actually more understandable in this. Oh, is he? So he's not. So Dublin's more. It's thicker.
Here we go, what?
Lonely. So she's feeling lonely. She's feeling isolated. Oh, I you see her in the mirror reflection. Now, this movie is definitely worthwhile seeing twice, more than once, right? So he's come calling again.
Am I allowed to have a quiet pint on my own, Porrick?
Yeah.
Me feckin' time, but there's better things I could be doing with me feckin' time than to be calling up to.
Yeah. It's calling him out, right? Reading. Okay, so he wrote a new piece. Hmm. He's good. I think he's actually playing it there too, right?
The day after, I write the third part of it. So do you want to take your pint outside or do you want me to take my pint?
It's a shite tune anyways, I wouldn't bother with it.
Hmm. They weren't bickering before, they're bickering now, yeah? God, that's so beautiful. Imagine having a pub there. I'd be sitting outside all the time, as long as the wind was warm.
was too harsh yesterday.
Yesterday, he says.
Yeah. I played violin for a year and couldn't get it to stop sounding like a scalded cat. Says Ardglass, yeah.
And composing. Just
Okay.
try not to listen to any more of the dull things that you have to say for yourself.
He is sorry. Oh.
Show for it.
Hmm.
Bar the chats I've had with a limited man.
A limited man. Pony. Okay, so mini pony. Hmm. Ardglass says that island is Inishmore. And there's a pub on it. I had a pint of Guinness there in 1995. Oh, wow. The shoreline, exquisitely beautiful. And the director is really showcasing it. And like the terrain as well, right? So he thinks being friends with him is just spinning his wheels. He's not accomplishing anything, listening to these mindless, endless stories that just go on, right? Going for a sherry.
No, I'm not having this again today. Brother.
Don't come in here shouting the odds at me.
Fella.
Why can't I?
Yeah.
Why can't you?
Why can't you? He's dull.
What, he's what?
He's dull.
He's always been dull. Okay, so
For a bit of peace in my heart, like.
So it was just what he wants is not unreasonable. It's just the way he went about it was not the most tactful way. If he said he's sorry for it to Podrick, but it was kind of like the tact was not the most delicate way, especially if you were friends. It's just you kind of just have to step aside and say, "I need some personal space here," right? And slowly let them down from it, right? Get used to not being around each other, get used to not talking to each other, kind of thing. And then you just slowly hit them with it. It's like, I needed time to work on my music, needed time to do this.
Because you're not dull, you're nice.
That's what I thought. You know, a happy lad.
Gilly Gooly. That old line, cruel to be kind, yeah. Jenny. Pony. Yeah, that's the
Oh, what
question.
would they be?
They don't think I'm dim or anything.
Dim. Because if he's dull, then yeah, people may think that he's slow. Dominic. By Miles. Okay, so.
And who's the next Timmist?
Well, I don't like to judge. Right, so move on.
Yeah, Kerry Condon. She did a good job in this. I think she did. Okay, so where are we at? Sorry, I haven't given you guys a timestamp. Holy moly, we're 30 minutes into this already. So that's moving along. Gilly is silly. Okay. Yeah, I think like contextually, it's sort of like Shakespeare sometimes, where you just like you don't quite understand what they're saying sometimes, but from the context and the way that they're saying it, you kind of guess as to what it means, kind of thing, right? Everybody's off to church.
Situation.
Oh, Jesus, Dominic, you poor thing.
The spout.
Well, just the one night.
Yeah. Yeah, great that Kerry and Barry got awards for their performances. Yeah. So she didn't want him around there. Yeah, going to church, I think, in a small community is just, that's what my parents did when we lived in a small town. Well, it's just because everybody knew each other anyway. It was kind of thing. It was just like going to the pub kind of thing. Is this what you did, right? Because everybody knows each other. Yeah, that's like.
Father, for I have sinned, it's 8 weeks since my last confession, I think.
How's the despair?
Despair.
But it's not very nice either, is it?
Who told you?
Yeah. Him.
You feckin' joking me.
People do have impure thoughts about men.
It's like,
Men.
then why did
How
you
dare you say that about a man of the cloth?
The next time, so I'm not.
Well, I better not be dying in the meantime then, eh, Father?
You will be pure.
So you expect from confession? Oh, yeah. That one got laughs in the theater too. There's some humor in it for sure, right?
Stop
Ooh.
bothering me, or sending your sister or your priest to bother me. And each time you bother me from this day on, I'll take those shears and I'll take one of my fingers off with them.
Ooh.
clearer to you?
Not really, no.
That's pretty harsh.
The drastic is the only option left open to me.
Yeah. Okay.
Depressed, Colin. And I...
It's quite the ultimatum, the throwdown there, right? Like,
Fingers! Jesus, he's serious, like.
yeah. That's sad.
Because now he'd rather maim himself than talk to you.
Colin was always more of a thinker.
When you're drunk, aye.
For when you're drunk.
Nice thing to be.
Yeah, that's what I like about this. It's just a small concept. And there's tension there because of it, right? And it's because of Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson on how they play it off. That old lady, hey, respect your elders. Come on. They've seen more winters than you. Yeah.
Just a fucking man, lads. A fat ginger man.
Don't have to put up with us more than one night, so and try eating.
To see if he's bluffing. Yeah.
Because worse comes to worse, he can still play the fiddle with 4 fingers.
Yeah, you don't want him cutting off the fingers.
You're not a gum.
Gom. Yeah, that's a term I don't know. Gom?
Chez, touche, it's from the French.
Oh, you didn't know. Jeez, these questions from Dominic.
It's none of your feckin' business how I was never feckin'.
Wild.
I don't know what you're talking about, Dominic. Wild how? Keep saying wild, Dominic.
Wild?
My brother.
calm is a foolish old grand old man. Oh, okay. Thanks, Argalas. So was he trying to get a rise? Foiled. Was he trying to be charming there? It didn't work.
All right. When will we be?
So is that milk? It's got some milk to go sell. That's a pony? I thought it looked like a donkey, but maybe I was wrong. Reardon.
Hello there, Mr. O'Riordan. I've the milk outside for you. Mr. O'Riordan, I'm afraid I'm in a bit of a rush, so...
Eileen Coughlin had
It was a poor old week for news, but then it is sometimes.
call him Sonny Larry. He had no news. What news have you, Padder?
News, is it?
So she's a gossip. Walked into a lake.
Kenny. 6 times he stabbed her.
Good.
Hmm. Stooks.
There was a bit of news.
That's no news.
Still, he was in a bad way when I came upon him.
So he was standing right there calling him out for beating him, right? Hmm. Ooh. Hmm. I don't care if you're a cop. You don't do that to me. Especially an old man like that. Hmm. Yeah. Okay, so at least he's helping him up, right? No, you're right. This is a miniature donkey. They had a discussion before. Colin wasn't listening when Podrick was talking about the pony, providing Podrick too dull to listen. Okay. And that old lady seeing them ride off together. So he says that he cares about him. Like he cares for him as as a person. He just doesn't want to be friends with him because he's like wasting his time, right? with his pride hurt. It's like, I helped you this far. I'm putting the controls back in your hands. Like two paths there. You see the two paths? I'm going my way and you go your way. Good shot composition there. Good film. Yeah. Colin still has human decency at this point. Yeah. So they're not completely uncivilized yet. At 45 minutes in. Yeah, because donkeys have the big ears, right? And they do remember people. They do have bonds with people. I've seen videos of them rushing towards people being happy and stuff.
Aye. After the mainland in the morning and
Mainland, huh?
I've always wanted to see an execution.
He wants to see an execution. This guy's kind of it's something off about him, right?
Freelance, I don't care. They're going to be
Yeah.
executing you.
There's something callous about him. Yeah. Donkeys are used in fields to pacify a herd of cows or sheep. Oh, okay. Well, he did have the cows, right, for milk and stuff?
What then? Music students, I think, from Mr. Verna.
Music students. So he's teaching.
To tell you.
Now, we have drums like that. Oh. Now that he's under the skin, he's going to sit there and stew. And it's not going to help any matters that he's drinking, too, because then those resentments are going to bubble to the surface.
You copper, I'm allowed to chat to you, aren't I? policeman.
Pudgy fiddle players.
Start again. One.
Yeah, now.
I'm serious now.
Serious, are you?
Oh, okay.
Siobhan! Here, you'd better come.
Hmm.
Nice. You used to be nice.
Hmm. Nice. There's another movie. Oh.
That does last.
What? And don't say something stupid like music.
Niceness. Another movie that has a message about nice.
I don't, so there goes that theory. And anyway, we're talking about niceness.
Mozart.
Nice. I'll remember her forever.
Yet the music of a man who lived 2 centuries.
Yeah. Yet. Is that
Are any of them funny name feckers?
Hmm.
And I'm nice.
fiddling with him? So he's doing more than just beating him. Told you there's something off with that cop. Maybe he never used to be nice. That's why I gave up drinking too, because those resentments, they just get amplified when you're drinking. And it's
It's the most interesting he's ever been. I think I like him again now.
yeah. 18th century.
17th.
Ooh. He's been corrected. And now they're looking at each other like, you did what to your son? So there's some damage to Dominic. Yeah, a lot of darkness behind closed doors in Catholic Ireland.
I'm in for rashes, Mrs. Reardon. I've no time to talk, I'm afraid.
Letter. It fell open. So she gets the mail and reads everything from everybody. Well, you read it. I couldn't stand that. No. Privacy. Rashers. What is that? Hmm.
Yeah, I can't remember much of it, but
So he's back to that again. Because he was just trying to say sorry for it, man. Yeah, he understands. But it's kind of like, he's just trying to be decent. And there's that wall again, right? Between them.
what?
Yeah. Rashers of bacon. Do you not say rashers? No, we don't. We got different types of bacon here.
Any bits of shite I had to pick up yesterday when you...
Okay, because it poops inside. Sometimes we get like a big block of bacon. Like it's not cut in, it's not sliced, and it's like pea bacon. It's got cornmeal on the outside. We call that Canadian bacon. I like it. I like searing it on all sides and roasting it in the oven. When you cut into it, it's got like this juiciness to it. It's just wow. It's not like the normal strip bacon that you see. Sort of thud. There he is walking. Blood. Ew. So he did do it. He cut off his finger. Yeah, I would like. I would never go that far. Like that's the line where Colin crossed, right? Like to self mutilate. Um, no.
What was it so?
The bang at the door.
Aye.
What was the bang at the door?
It's hard to lie.
Finger.
Siobhan, you frighten a little fella.
Yeah. And this is before they could sew it back on, right? Reconnect everything. Yes, he is serious. So our first finger, and the dog's licking it. Gross. So that's an hour into it. Getting hungry now. Talking about bacon, yeah. Yeah, we do have a normal bacon. I like the strips of bacon. like that kind of North American bacon. I like it maple glazed. Speaking of which, it's almost maple syrup festival around here. Yeah, I live in maple leaf country, so it's kind of like a town just north of here. They have this big maple syrup festival, and it's good quality stuff, man. Hence why I also like maple ice cream. Ooh. Oh god, I could go for some maple ice cream right now. Hmm.
Once I finish my porridge, I'll bring it back to him.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Do I think? Yeah, I do think he's...
Yeah. It wasn't at me. Yeah. She's a little bit dumbfounded now, right? So maybe he is just a little bit dense, but it's not because it's just you've lived your whole life on this island kind of thing, right? Um, ooh, the fighting on the mainland. I love how they're just put a tap in a tree to get maple syrup. Yeah.
What do you need from him, Colin?
Just to have him leave me alone.
Man, on Inisherin, good oh. Boring, with your piddling grievances over nothing. You know more.
Do.
All four of them. He is serious.
Aye. We're getting somewhere now.
Yeah. Well, then.
Yeah, you do.
Hmm. I don't like how Martin McDonagh just allowed the actors there to look at each other and, just kind of like internalize. You're serious about cutting off your fingers, aren't you? You are serious. Like she saw it in him, right? So there is a discrazed uh, way of looking at things that Calm has, for sure. And they just walk by each other. Um, she sounds like my aunt. She's very level-headed and funny. Okay. But yeah, for trees up here, there's like um, a hose that they cut holes in for the dripping. You can drive by the forest and you'll see like this blue hose wrapped around trees that goes from tree to tree, and it all collects into these big bins for the maple syrup. Sorry. So what would you do if you're Podrick? It's clear that you're not going to make up. You can either continue to let it fester, or you move on. You got to find another passion, another way to spend your time, and preferably not in the bottom of a glass, right?
How do? You want to ride? Mommy.
My mum is no longer with us. Bread van.
Yeah. They said you'd best.
Bread van.
That's
You
how
know.
my mummy died.
So Podrick was lying there, right? To get this guy away? To try to get some kind of, I don't know, score settled with Colin?
For none of your fucking business, I think it was.
That's none of your business. The law has nothing to do with that.
Huh? You're...
Ooh. Man, everybody's getting really bitter on this island, right? We haven't exactly learned why she hasn't married or gone off the island, right? She's got a job offer to leave. Is she staying around for Podrick?
Oh, hello there, Mr. McCormick.
Two.
We shall pray to the Lord. Them.
Well, is that a nice thing to be saying?
So he doesn't like that old lady. Yeah, the toxicity is spreading. That was quite the Monty Python sketch about the bread van. Yeah. So we've got about 40 minutes left in this. She's crying because the cop was harsh with her. Because I'm guessing that she said she turned away from getting married and stuff to maybe stay there, right? Mrs. McCormick is like a sage or soothsayer of the village. Okay. Well, yeah, they have those. Your dad killed a man once?
He was funny apart from that bit.
Not. Did he?
That's the most interesting pork's ever been.
Because there's drama. There's not much drama on the island unless it's between people, I suppose, right?
Whiny little dollars.
I do. I went and sent him packing from the island.
Brad Van?
Well, it was a bit...
Hmm.
Turns out you're just the same as them.
I am the night.
Huh. The new me that tells lies and again, that's the drink talking, right? It's that old lady. She lives out by the lake like that. That's not creepy, is it?
Dominic, would you ever stop creeping up on people?
You knew, calling out people ghouls and that.
Yeah. It is a good lake, but it's probably cold as all hell.
Because there was something I was wanting to ask you, actually.
Yeah.
Something along the lines of, should have planned this. You probably wouldn't ever want to, I don't know.
Well, he's out with it at least.
Dominic, I don't think so, love.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Just thought I'd ask in the off chance, you know, like, faint heart and that.
Because there's not many women on the island. He's young. You know, you got needs. He's like, well, there goes that dream.
I best go over there and do whatever that thing over there.
There is a sadness about him, right? Because he was mistreated growing up. He doesn't have a whole lot of choice. choices on. He doesn't have a whole lot of options. Like, what would his education be too to find employment elsewhere?
How are you, Fatty?
And he's been drinking again.
No, I haven't gone.
Barry's eyes draw you in. You can't help but listen to what he's saying. Yeah. And the way he was moving too, right?
For anything, did I? I just came to kick your door in and give you a slag.
Okay.
You can it?
Yes, it can.
There's two of us in this.
Yeah. But you dance with your dog.
Just this morning.
No. Is it good?
Title drop.
But there are no Banshees on Inisherin.
SH.
Portend.
Yeah.
At your funeral.
So, do you want to meet me down the pub, Colin?
I don't think he wants to go with you, man.
That student friend of yours, that Declan fella.
What? Yeah. You said what now? Oh, hold on here. What? I'd be like, what? And the dog taking away the shears. Yeah. He's not going to do it, is he? Right? That's what you'd be thinking.
Four-finger friend. I mean, are you fucking joking me?
Tough love, huh? Yeah. That was a fantastic move by the dog, yeah. So he's 4 glasses in.
Come home with me, Porrick.
And she's leaving. Like
Not
going.
staying.
That would be so hard, right? Because your brother and sister, you've been living together for so long. You thought maybe you would live together until you're old and gray, right? But no. God, that's so morbid. So we did cut off 4.
That's your first question, is it? Who's going to do the cooking?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's... Phew. And that look of horror and it's like, he did it. That crazy, crazy guy.
Waiting around for any more of this madness.
I sort of had a chat with Dominic earlier.
Yeah, I wouldn't recall that fine. She's got to go like so soon?
Do you look after them for me?
And see, that would be heartbreaking.
Oh, Porrick.
No, she won't be back. Colin Farrell is so. Like his voice was breaking there. And the cop plans to kill him, huh? Or kill his son. Yeah, things are going bad on that island. Really noticing the soundtrack this time. Oh. She can see him. See the other two standing there. Yeah. The situation is making it easier for Siobhan to leave. And she's probably only going to be a couple miles away to the mainland. Yeah, not too far. More fingers. Oh no. The donkey choked on it? I don't think the horse knows, right? Like, that's hard. Your sister just left. Your friend doesn't like you anymore. The donkey was trying to eat them. Why were the rocks built up like that? Is that to set apart uh, areas for grazing? Is that, or maybe for winter? And he's sitting with her. how deep would the soil be there if the cliff sides were all rock? Like, it wouldn't be that far down until you get the rocks, right? Yeah, that hit me hard in the theater when I saw that. And the way that he said, like, "Oh, Jenny," it was just like, wow. Oh, just broke the glass, so he's angry now.
You feckin' nutbag.
Yeah, the random rocks in the field are natural. The stone walls mark paddocks for herds, but the landscape was west coast is rugged. Yeah. Yeah, this subterranean would be hard to dig through a hole through. Yeah. He's not going to hurt the dog, though, right? In retribution and retaliation. He's pointing it at him. He's thinking about it. Okay. Good. Yeah, I couldn't do that. He hasn't wrapped it up. That's going to get infected doing that, man. He's got to get that sewn up.
Oh, you porrig.
And that look of rage in his eyes there.
Your apologies, all right? It's a relief to me.
Hmm?
Fingers killed me little donkey today. So we won't call it quits.
The start.
Sunday, God's day, around 2. Just be sure and leave your dog outside.
Hmm.
To our graves we're taking this.
Yeah.
To one of our graves, anyways.
So
Here. I've a...
it's serious.
Guys, I tell you this much.
Ooh. At least Colin there is respecting that line now that Podrick has said, right? He's not putting up with any more crap from that sheriff or officer or whatever. Cop. But he didn't know about the donkey. He didn't think that that collateral damage was going to happen. And that's what happens when you have these kinds of grudges, right? You just don't hurt yourself and the person that you think that you are. Because if it's a small community or even with your families, there's collateral damage of two people not talking. But that look, he's like, this is with us now until our graves. Like, And you believe him when he said it too, right?
It's your donkeys, Colin.
Yes, he does. If there is a higher power. No, he does. He cares about all things.
I hear. If punching a police.
Oh, yeah.
Is it? Self-mutilation, so. It's back a bit.
But you're not going to do anything about it.
Oh my God. Hi, Hottie. Easy there. How's it going there in the live chat?
Mostly, I wanted to say there's a spare bed.
So she found work for him there.
Nothing but more bleakness and grudges.
Oh, he's got the kerosene. So she's offering him a path away from the island too. That's But now that we know things have somewhat come off the rails between these two, much more than it has. Notice we passed the cross there in the field. Is that for their parents? Or one of their parents?
Before it's all too late.
I like that shot. That was a good shot of him and the hill behind him. Yeah, where would they get the wood for fires? I mean, there's no trees there, so this would be like driftwood, wood that would come in from the waters, right? Or they'd have to go to the mainland to get wood, right? Yeah, so he's making sure the dog is okay. That day it's reached its pinnacle of the feuds. So yeah, the feuds. But is he inside? $2:00. Is there a doubt? He's inside. So he's accepted it. He's gonna take his punishment. Take his licks. That's... Yeah, I'm really noticing the soundtrack this time through. Very effective in how adds a like a fairy tale tone to it, right? Because it is kind of like a warning, right? Like, don't hold these grudges and don't let things escalate to this kind of level, otherwise these kinds of bad things happen. Dog wants to go home.
Dear Siobhan, obviously I don't know what ensconced is. Me friends, me animals.
Oh, that was for his donkey. I was getting music box feelings from the score. Yeah.
In sadder news, actually.
Dominic. He walked into the lake. That looks practical. Like they actually sent that building on fire. Yeah.
And I miss you.
So the cows live inside too, huh? Yeah, I don't know if you want to smell that in there with you. Come home. No, she's not coming home. So that's an hour and 44 minutes in, guys. Calm is dead. No. So is he not dead? He left before it burned down, huh?
Suppose me house makes us quits.
Hmm.
I'm sorry about your donkey, Pollock.
Yeah. It's gone past apologies, right?
I'm
to the
sure
end
they'll
of
be
it.
at it again soon enough, aren't you?
Hmm. Like there's just that look. There's pain there, right? Some things that aren't moving on from.
Thanks for looking after me dog for me anyways.
Hmm. I want to know what women think about this one too, right? About how, because it is very much, that's how us guys kind of like settle things, right? They probably think of us silly. You just live with that for the rest of your life, the grudge, that thing underneath your skin. Written and directed by Martin McDonagh. And that's the Banshees of Inisherin, guys. Good movie. Really good movie. Thank you for joining me in the live chat there, Byford the Hobbit, Our Glass Vikings. Haughty for life. um, yeah, I think it's going to win some awards. It has to, because it's just that it's that magnificent, right? Let's just take a look at what it's nominated for. Oscar nominations. So it's up for Best Picture. I think for some reason in me, I'm thinking that it can win Best Picture. I think it can. Best Actor for Colin Farrell. He was just so good. I like how you saw that change in him this time around. I really noticed it when he was like unsure of himself at times, but then once it clicked in him that beef was in him. Like he won, like till the grave, he said, right? There was that change in his tone, and especially there at the end on the beach, like saying some things never change, right? And it's like you can see that he was physically changed as well too, right? But there's still that little bit of pain in the back of his eyes. Good acting, a good supporting for. Now I think best supporting actress is for Kerry Condon, right? Yeah. So for the sister, good. Best director, I think. Yeah. Best original screenplay. No, I think it is going to win for maybe the screenplay. I think it's going to win for the screenplay, and I hope for best picture. But best supporting actor, that was Brendan Gleeson, and I think wasn't just see. Okay, so it was for Brendan Gleeson, but Kiwi Kwan he's gonna run away with that. And okay, and Barry Keoghan was for that as well. As good as Barry was, like Barry was very, very good in it, right? There was a tragedy to him, but of course, Brendan, if he's in the same category as Brendan Gleeson as well, I think Kiwi Kwan is still going to win that one though. Interestingly enough, though, Kiwi Kwan for Everything Everywhere All at Once almost had like there's a like you remember in the pub there where he was talking about he was being nice. He thought he was a nice person and stuff like that, and people will remember you for being nice. Remember that big thing in Everything Everywhere All at Once too, where Kiwi Kwan was like, just be nice to each other and stuff like that's what life is about and stuff, right? A message that was completely lost on Calm's character, right? It's curious that it was a theme that showed up in both of these movies. I like that. Yeah. Best original score. Yeah. I noticed it a lot this time through. That score, it really helped the film. Who else was nominated for that? All Quiet on the Western Front. Well, that one, yeah, that score was pretty good too. Fablemans was okay. Everything Everywhere All at Once. Babylon, no. Banshees, that was a good soundtrack too, man. Good soundtrack. But Best Actor, who else was in the category with Colin here? Austin Butler for Elvis. Oh, he was so good in Elvis. Elvis, we could watch. No, we can't because of the music. Damn, the music would get copyrighted. But I think it's going to go to Brendan Fraser. Yeah. Good performances, and at least they're getting recognition in other awards like the BAFTAs and stuff, right? Our Viking says, great performances in this, quite a reflective and tragic tale. Good luck for Colin and Brendan. Yeah, for sure. And thank you very much for the 10-pound live chat badge. That's awesome. Okay, so other than that, let's go over to the tomato meter and see what people are saying about it. For sure. Okay. Rotten Tomatoes, 96% by the critics, 75% by the audience. So the audience didn't really like it as much as the critics. That's okay. 96 is really high for the critics, like 342 critics. Like it is a good, like it's a well-composed movie. Like structurally, story-wise, it moves pretty fast. As dark as it is, there are some comedy moments. I wouldn't say that it's comedy though. Like seriously, was it the Golden Globe said that this was a comedy? Just because it has one or two laughs in it I shouldn't qualify it as comedy. But yeah, that when he because his whole world got torn away from him, and when he comes back and finds his donkey there, and it's just for me it was heartbreaking. And it was done in such a way that Colin Farrell, like, yeah, he could have just been sobbing or a crying, slobbing mess, but you could tell that he was trying to hold it back, right? Great performance, yeah. Anyway, Martin McDonagh expertly threads the humor and pathos like a master weaver who knows exactly when to change colors. Yeah. I'd almost call this a horror film. And that's a good review? I don't know about that. The film toggles masterfully between comedy and tragedy, realism and fable. Fable is a good word. I think the soundtrack helps that along, right? It manages to be both the moment and completely timeless. Yeah. So let's take a look at a bad one here. It has some notable performances by the cast that offer, in a hidden way, readings about the absurdity that divides the ties of a nation. So he's looking for a lot more subtext in it, right? Yeah, there was, like, you could look at it as a metaphor because they were always looking at the shoreline and people fighting on the mainland. But I don't know. But many times it's tragic comedy becomes dull and loses the desired dramatic will. No, I don't think so. No, I don't agree with that. I think it holds up. I think it holds up. Good movie. And I think that would be my pick for Best Picture. Because as much as I liked Everything Everywhere All at Once, it could be a little too abstract, right? It's just and beautiful. Like the cinematography in this is absolutely stellar. Like they didn't get cinematography for that. The framing, the constant, yeah, like film editing, yeah. Okay, let's just do one more quick fun thing here before we wrap things up here. As you know, I like the film, and I think I gave it like a 9 out of 10 or 9.5 even, right? So what we'll do is actually, maybe we will look at my score. I want to take a look at my straight out of the theater reaction for this. Why not? It is my channel. I can do whatever I want, right? So let's just revisit this video and see what I said straight out of the theater for this. Turn on the sound.
Well, I'm just getting out of Banshees of Inisherin, and I got to
tell me what.
Tell you this, I liked it. The performances in it were great. Colin Farrell, it's really Colin Farrell's movie, but the cinematography in it is good, and it's kind of, yeah, it's got a bleak message, but the acting and the scenery is worth it, guys. Banshees of Inisherin, I think they pronounce Sharon. Yeah. It was good. Some of the dialogue I didn't quite understand, like some of the slang, I suppose.
Yeah.
Because of the accents, but don't worry about that. You'll be able to follow along with it. It's okay. Really good. Go see it. Go see it because of the performances, for sure.
Well, it was raining that day too. But yeah, I got a lot of help there from Art Glass Vikings in the live chat about the slang this time through. So that was cool. I just want to go into the main. I'm not going to watch the entire main review of this. I just want to see what I gave it as a score. I think I gave it a 9.5. That's what I would probably have to finalize my score as 9.5. 9.5. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm really washed out on that one. Oops. For sure. It won't let you down. All right. For sure. Quality film, and I recommend that you go check it out for sure. Okay. Out of 10 or a 9 out of 10. Yeah, for Banshees of Inisherin. It's quality, guys. It's quality film, and I recommend that you go check it out for sure. So I gave it a 9 out of 10 there. I would give it a 9.5. Yeah. 9.5. All right, guys, that's it for me. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe. Thank you for joining me on this watch along. I think it was good to go back and revisit that before the Oscars, just to remind myself of how, yeah, it was a really good film for sure. What else can you find here on the channel? Well, if you like this stuff and you looked up in the cards, you can find a playlist that you can find for all the other movies that we've watched during the week in the community tab. You can go and see our weekly schedule where we post every Sunday what you can expect for the upcoming weeks and such. We do full series watch-alongs for things like The Last of Us. We watch movies like The Kingsman, Scream 4. We are currently watching Survivor this season, and The Mandalorian season 3 is going on right now. We're watching that one during the week as well. Last week we watched Fifth Element, and we have a Ghost, Freaky. We watched a prequel series. We talked about the prequel series. So we do Horror Weekly. We like news shows for Horror Weeklies, talking about all the big horror movie news headlines. We talk about movie news Mondays and Fridays. Lots of live shows, so you guys can come in and talk about this stuff. And yeah, everything movies here. If this is your bag, then you're going to like it here on Mirror Domains. Okay. Arglass says, great watch along, very enjoyable. James, thank you again for the commentary. Yes, thank you. And thank you, Arglass Vikings, for helping me through some of that content. It was very insightful for sure. All right, guys, that's it for me. I'll see you next time on Mirror Domains.